The hidden danger lurking in your boat that could get you shut down. What's worse than flames and fumes? Who is this information right for? If you are a commercial vessel owner that wants to avoid costly Coast Guard fines, then this information will be very important for you. If you manage commercial vessels and you must insure professional vessels and crew members, this is information that will change the way you work. And if you work aboard commercial vessels as a captain or pilot and you want to protect your license, this information will apply to you. What will you discover during this presentation? By the end of this presentation, you will discover how to rest easy knowing your vessels satisfy many technical and confusing Coast Guard regulations. Regulations that many vessel owners are in violation of and don't even know it. By the end of this presentation, you will learn how to give your crew members automated daily training while they are working aboard your vessels. And by the end of this presentation, you will have learned how to make your vessels professional and outstanding, so more customers will want to work with you. Imagine if you could wave a magic wand, and you are living worry-free from Coast Guard vessel delays that cost you on your daily contract. Imagine if you could wave a magic wand, and you are resting easy knowing that your boats are run well by your crew members. And imagine if you could wave a magic wand, and all your vessels are well respected, envied, and known as the best in the business. On this presentation, I'm going to show you how to make all those happen. But first, imagine if you continue to operate your vessels the way you do now, and your vessels are unexpectedly held by the Coast Guard, costing you money on your contracts. Your crew members are unknowingly violating numerous Coast Guard regulations on a daily basis, jeopardizing the vessels you have worked so hard for, and companies are scared to hire your vessels and crew members. I want to tell you a story. Many years ago, like lots of successful captains, I purchased my own vessels and proudly began owning, managing, and operating a small vessel company. As I operated the vessels, I quickly learned that the Coast Guard had complicated regulations that could put my vessels in jeopardy and ruin my contracts with customers. I was frustrated to discover that my captains were unknowingly violating Coast Guard regulations every day. And these were good captains trying to do their best, but they just weren't good bookkeepers. I knew I had to take action to protect my vessels and help my crew. There was one simple thing I needed to do that would make all these problems go away. I decided then and there to create foolproof logbooks for my vessels that not only showed exactly what information needed to be documented, but they also explained why. In this way, I trained my captains not only what to do, but why. I finally started to rest easy since my logbooks were well researched and satisfied all the complicated Coast Guard regulations with all the information we needed to log. My contracts were secure, and as I made my own professional logbooks, others in the industry started to ask if I would create similar logs for their vessels. So why am I teaching this stuff? I proudly began selling my logbooks to help other companies deal with one of the most important and most overlooked areas of successful vessel management. I believe the Coast Guard has too many regulations. I want vessel owners to be able to quickly and easily satisfy one of those areas of regulation by having a trusted source for professional logbooks. But what does a professional proper logbook require? At a bare minimum, a good logbook must contain all the information required in hard-to-find Coast Guard regulations. Let me tell you, there's lots of crazy information that the Coast Guard requires in logbooks. I remember being shocked by the level of detail that was required. My captains had no idea they were legally required to document all this information on a regular basis. In a few minutes, I'll give you some very surprising examples of that information that the law requires to be contained in your logbooks. A good logbook must also be professionally made to reflect a well-run vessel. I can't tell you how many boats I have been on that have sloppy spiral-bound notebooks laying around the wheelhouse, and the crew members are usually just as sloppy looking. I'll show you the ways we made ours look professional and organized. And a good logbook must have the sections laid out properly to train your crew automatically each time they use your logbooks. I always worried about my boats the minute I stepped off of them. Even my best captains needed daily reminders, and I came up with the perfect layout and organization of my logbooks to train them on a daily basis. I'll show you some of the critical ways that you simply must lay out your logbooks, otherwise you may be doing more harm than good. I'm not sure why you are watching this video. You may be watching this to make sure your vessels are in compliance with those Coast Guard logbook regulations. And it could be because you are frustrated with crew members who are good workers but make lots of mistakes once they have to run the vessels themselves. Or you may be worried about losing valuable contracts if your vessels are detained because of some technicality with a logbook. Whatever the reason you're watching this, I want you to take away this one important point. Vessel logs are the most technically difficult to understand, but most easily fixed part of owning and running a vessel. You now know your logbooks must contain detailed, surprising information required by hard-to-understand Coast Guard regulations. You now know that good logbooks can train your crew members by using properly formatted and well-organized logbooks. You now know that your current contracts are safer and you are more likely to get future contracts if you use professional, Coast Guard compliant logbooks. So the question you should be asking is, how can I ensure that my vessel logs are Coast Guard compliant professional logbooks? Well, you have two choices. One choice is you can try to create professional logbooks from scratch, spending hours and hours researching Coast Guard regulations like I did, and then figure out how to organize the information into a professional format that teaches your crew members as they use the logs, and then have the logs printed and produced by a professional printer. Or you can purchase a simple solution from us, like many great vessel companies do, freeing you up to focus on the best use of your valuable time. But our logbooks are not the solution for everyone. Our logs are not for you if you don't believe in and appreciate the real value of outsourcing the details of your vessel management to trusted vendors. Some companies simply like to micromanage and be involved in every detail of running their vessels. These companies have trouble outsourcing to other trusted vendors and partners. If this is your company, we won't be a good fit for you. Our logbook system is designed to let you satisfy the Coast Guard, train your crew, and rest easy about the future of your vessels. Our logs have places and lines to capture all information required by the Coast Guard regulations that apply, letting you know that the Coast Guard won't delay your vessels for not having compliant logbooks, keeping your contracts current and paying. Our logs are in a well-designed, easy-to-use and understand layout. So simple, it allows your captains to easily and correctly complete the logs, letting them feel more confident and professional in running your vessels. Our logbooks also have professionally produced covers and pages, which present you as a top-tier company that more customers want to work with and more captains want to work for. If you had to design your own logbook that meets Coast Guard requirements, you would spend hours of your time researching complicated Coast Guard regulations, trying to guess at what they require for each logbook. This would cost you $200, $300, or even more for your time. You would then need to hire a graphic designer at a cost of $500 or more to design and lay out your logbooks. And you would then have to spend even more of your time working with them to explain what had to be included in the logbook, costing another $200, $300, or more of your time. And even after the logs you are trying to create are researched and designed, you will still need to professionally produce the logs and have them printed and bound, which alone could cost $20 or more per logbook. And if you produce them in bulk to try to save on production costs, you will need to store them somewhere until you're ready to use them. Our guarantee. Our logbooks are guaranteed to do all we have promised. If you don't believe they have made your vessels run better, made your crew and company more professional, and let you feel more confident about the future of your company, you can simply return any unused logs to us at any time, and we will refund the full purchase price on any unused logs forever. Order fast to take advantage of extra bonuses. We are proud to offer 2 special bonuses to those who take fast action in ordering their logbooks. If you are one of the first 100 orders this month, we will add to your order a free deluxe 14-ounce stainless steel coffee thermos mug boldly stating, "This is a professional, well-run vessel. Let's keep it that way." With each cup of coffee your crew drinks, it will serve as a constant reminder for your crews to remain professional and safe at all times. These stainless steel coffee thermos mugs sell for $12.97, but you can get yours for free. But you must be one of the first 100 orders for this month to receive this additional bonus. And as an extra bonus to anyone who is one of the first 50 orders this month, you will receive 2 stainless steel thermos mugs with your order. That is an additional $25.94 value, free, for simply taking fast action and ordering your logs early this month. That's 2 well-made stainless steel coffee thermos mugs just for ordering something that your vessel is required to have on it. Imagine if you could wave a magic wand and you are living worry-free from Coast Guard vessel delays that cost you on your daily contract. You are resting easy, knowing that your boats are being well run by your crew members. All your vessels are well respected, envied, and known as the best in the business. Order our logbooks now to protect your vessels and check one more thing off your list of vessel management duties. And be sure to order enough for all your vessels and a backup copy for when you complete the first ones. You will get professionally made logbooks that have been based on well-researched Coast Guard regulations. The logs are formatted and designed to make completing them foolproof, so your captains and engineers gain confidence on a daily basis as they correctly complete the vessel logs. And your customers and employees will be impressed with the quality of the logs, knowing that your company means business and takes itself seriously. And you also get a high-quality stainless steel coffee thermos mug to go on your vessels, boldly stating that this is a professional and well-run vessel. Let's keep it that way. With each cup of coffee, your crews will be reminded that your vessels mean business. And of course, our logs are unconditionally guaranteed. Return any unused logbook at any time for any reason. Now that's what a guarantee should be. Order our logbooks now to protect your vessels and check one more thing off your list of vessel management duties. Remember to order enough for all your vessels and a backup copy for when you complete the first ones.